Hey everyone, today we are looking at the new My Scene tribute dolls. Right here, we've got Nolie and Jai, or Jay. I honestly do not know how to pronounce her name because in the movie Jammin' in Jamaica, they don't ever say her name. That's where her character comes from. So I put a poll on my story asking people, is it Jai or is it Jay? 60% said Jai, 40% said Jay. So I don't know. I guess we'll go with the majority and we'll call her Jai in this video. Let me know if that's not what it's supposed to be. She's from Jamaica. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it, but her doll looks so stunning. So I'm very excited to see them. And Nolee looks cute too, but we'll talk more once we get them out of this box. Nolee is actually very special to me because she is my first ever My Scene doll. So right here is actually some of my childhood Nolee. This head I did repurchase. I do still have, no, I don't have this head, but this is the Swap and Styles Nolee. So I do have her other two heads. One of them is bald, the other one got a haircut, so I had to rebuy the heads. But this outfit is all from my childhood, including the shoes. Yeah, Nolee was my girl. I only had Nolee and Swap and Styles Kennedy as a kid. I don't know why I did not have more My Scene dolls, but now I do have more My Scene dolls, and we're adding more My Scene dolls to my collection, obviously. So interestingly, we've got one girl packaged in this box, but we've got another packaged just without the box. So first we've got Nolee. So here she is, brand new Nolee. And if you watched my unboxing and review for the other three in the collection from last year, then yeah, the packaging is the exact same, except we've got a blue star behind Nolee. So on this side, it's a couple different shades of blue with this like color blocking sort of. It says My Scene, and then obviously we see it says My Scene Nolee from this window in the front. Down here it says Barbie signature. Over here the window continues, same with up on the top, and then the back of the box looks like this. So we see it says Barbie, and then we see Madison, Barbie, Nolee, Jai, and Chelsea, and then down here we see it says My Scene, and down here it says the My Scene crew are reunited for a tribute to friendship, fashion, and fun. Their exciting lives and adventures came to life on webisodes and even the big screen from 2002 to 2009. Each episode highlighted the unique styles and personality of Nolee, Barbie, My Scene, Jay, Jai, Madison, and Chelsea, and of course, Barbie. That was so confusing. They will always be best friends in the big city. My city, my style, My Scene. And then down here we see Mattel logo, and this is the bottom of the box. So that is Nolee. Let's open up Jai. Okay. So here we go. We've got Jai, and yeah, this would be Jai's second ever doll. Ever. She only had one doll during the official run of My Scene. Obviously, Nolee had dozens and dozens of different dolls, and obviously, same with the other four in the tribute lineup. So it's interesting that they chose Jai, but it's also great that they did, because if you want to buy Jai's original doll, it'll cost you a couple $100 probably if you want her new in box. She comes in a 2-pack with her boyfriend Sutton from the movie Jammin' in Jamaica, and her outfit is beautiful. She's such a beautiful doll. They come with bikes, I think, and she's got elbow articulation, but she's so expensive because she was very rare, and it's the only Jai doll that ever existed. So it is amazing that Mattel did decide to give us this doll right here, because she is so stunning. I'm just gonna say it right now. She's my favorite out of the two. Just the outfit, the hairstyle, everything is incredible. But back to Jai and her packaging, it is the same as what we've seen just now a moment ago on Nolee, except we have this beautiful pink flower. So we will save my favorite for last. Let's open up Nolee first. So back here, we've got a certificate of authenticity and a part of the stand. And otherwise, she's just packaged in there with your regular little plastic insert, along with these plastic ties around her hair and her arms and everywhere. So let's get her out. This is obviously what it looks like from the back. And then, of course, she's got the little plastic punches back there behind her head. Okay, she is free. So obviously, she's got this bucket hat. I'm going to remove it. It's attached with some of these T-ties again, but we'll remove it. I'm sure it'll stay on very easily, even if you get rid of these T-ties. There we go. I just want to be able to see her face better and the top of her head better. So let's start by talking about this hat. Obviously, it is a blue denim hat, and it's like this metallic shimmery type of denim material. And it's got a star right there, a pink star in the front, in the middle. And this is a nice fabric hat. I'm glad that it's not plastic. And obviously you can see there's some like dark blue stitching all throughout. And again, this is how she looks with the hat on. Sorry that it's creating such a shadow. You could flip the front up a little bit. That is the hat. And then she's got her hair. So she's got saran hair. It's really nice and soft. It's pretty clean and neat out of the box too. It comes styled in pigtails. She's got a center part that goes all the way around from the front to the back of her head. The head mold does say 2024. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. So it is not the same face mold as what we saw back in the day. And that was true with our other Mice and Girls back here, these tribute dolls as well. And I think tribute is the key word here. These are not meant to be a one-to-one reproduction. They're meant to be a 2024, 2025 sort of reimagined tribute doll, just like it says on the back of the box. It would be cool if we would get some one-to-one reproductions at some point, but for now, these are fun, reimagined styles, new looks and everything. You know, I'm glad that My Scene is back on the shelves, and I do hope that this will continue and that it won't end with just these 5 that we've got so far. Anyways, let's talk about her face. So yes, it is a new face mold. Oh, I forgot to mention, with the hair, obviously, yeah, it's in pigtails, and we've got these little sort of like cherries. They look like cherries, little beads, and these are sort of like a kind of like how a doll would have a bracelet that can snap on around her wrist and it's opened in the back. That's how these are. So they can come out of the hair if you wanted them to. But her face, yeah, I mean, the face does feel different. So if we're looking at some past Nolee's faces, there's a lot of similar attributes. So again, here's our 2025. She's got these sort of light brown eyebrows. She's got purple eyes, the dark kind of plum purple lips. Her eyelashes, there's like blonde eyelashes, and then there's a row of black lashes on top. So hopefully you can see that. And then her eye makeup just includes some brown, some very, very light purple. She's got pink blush. Now, that is what we do see on a lot of older, like authentic original Nolee dolls. For example, here's another Swap and Styles Nolee. This is just her other head. So we see like pretty much the same color eyebrows, you know, similar eyes, similar lips. However, something is quite different, and I think it's maybe the head size on these new dolls. Like maybe the forehead. Something about the forehead maybe looks a little bigger. Here the eyes do look a little bigger, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe they feel like they're a little far down. You know, that just to give you a comparison, a little idea of what, you know, Nolee has looked like before compared to what she looks like now. Yeah, sorry that this one's hair is such a disaster. I need to give my old girls, I need to give them a good makeover. But, you know, I think like all the right colors are there, like the right makeup styles and everything are there. I think it's just the eye shape is kind of different, and it is throwing me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't feel this way about the 3 originals. Like, I thought their faces looked good. Something about this one is, I think it's the eye placement. I think maybe they're too far down. Here's the other head that came with the Swap and Styles. So obviously this one has bangs, so doesn't really give you a good idea of like the forehead and everything. But here's my poor childhood girl. This is the same head as this, so it's the same screening. But again, you know, if we're looking at these, just looking at the faces, this one's very beat up. Again, like I said, this is from my childhood. But yeah, like the colors, like the eyebrow colors are pretty similar. The eye color, I think maybe also if she had a side glance like this one does, I like the side glance. Yeah, the lip color is pretty similar too, but I think it's just the eye placement. I think that's the only thing that is throwing me off. Anyways, hopefully you get the idea. Otherwise, she does have pierced ears. So we've got these silver hoop earrings. The earrings can be removed. And then we've got our outfit here. And this outfit instantly reminds me of the skating dolls, especially like the fashion packs. This reminds me, like, I feel like she should be coming with a pair of rollerblades with these socks. But let's talk about the outfit. So we've got this sort of varsity type of jacket. It is pink. We see it says 03. That is the year that Nolee debuted. This jacket has like a cherry red collar to it. There are these cherry red stripes along with the cuffs at the end of the sleeves, and the jacket sort of a little puffy down here at the bottom of the sleeves. And it looks like there is a faux silver metallic zipper detailed on there. We also have this fanny pack, and this is a cute accessory. It looks like it velcros from the back, so we can take this off, and this is how it looks. So we've got the black straps, but the bag itself is this like deep cherry red. It's got the light pink stripes on it. We've got the faux zipper and a little star detail right there. It does open, so you could put like a little cell phone or an accessory or something in there. This is how it looks from the back. And then we can now take off the jacket so we can see what is happening underneath. Again, here's another look at the jacket. So it just looks like this. And yeah, it's like a very soft, light, sort of like a windbreaker type of material. And then this is what she's wearing underneath. But first we do have a watch. We've got a white watch. It has some details telling the time on it. Of course, you can take the watch off. She also has one of these little like knuckle rings. It does say Mycene, and it's like a silver, it sort of matches the earrings, type of silver metallic coating. And obviously you can take that off. So the outfit underneath is this blue. It reminds me of a towel, sort of, you know, or like a robe. That's the kind of material that it reminds me of. So we've got a top. It's sort of a V-neck. We've got the pink collar. It's cropped. It's a tank top. It does say Mycene on the front, and it velcros in the back. And then the skirt matches, same material. It's got the red little waistband. We've got the faux drawstrings right there. We've got faux pockets. So these sort of match the denim that we saw on the hat. They're that metallic denim. We've got the stripes going down the sides of the skirt. These sort of match the jacket that we had with the pink and sort of cherry red stripes. And then of course this velcros in the back as well. And then we've got these socks. So the socks do stop at the ankle, of course, but they've got the matching stripes at the top with the red and the pink, and then they are white. They are gathered in the back. And then we've got these shoes right here. So obviously the shoes have a built-in sock, and then they are sort of like these chunky sneakers, but not. They've got the little strap up there, and they are blue and white, and we've got the pink flowers on them as well. Oh, and her skirt has one of those straps that connect from the back to the front, so that way the skirt won't ride up too much on her waist. And I forgot, she comes with sunglasses. So we've got these purple sunglasses. They're just like a clear plastic purple. So there is Nolie complete with her glasses, her hat, her little jewelry, and everything. So there we go. She's on her stand. And by the way, the bodies are the exact same. I don't think they're the same mold, but like they are slightly updated according to the date. On the back of the body, it says 2009. So the doll's obviously in 2002 debuted with an earlier version of this body, but this body just has the click knees. It is a sort of belly button body. So at the torso and at the belly button, we can see the belly button sculpted. And then we've got the rotation at the shoulders and at the head, and then obviously at the hip, and we've got the click knee. So we've got the standard 5 points plus both knees can bend. Great. Okay, so now we will move on to our queen right here, Miss Jai or Jay. So exact same thing. She's packaged just like Nolie was. We've got all the same stuff, the stand and the certificate of authenticity. And then Jai does also have the little tea ties back there. Okay, so she is out, and here she is. First, let's just talk about these accessories. Obviously, we've got same glasses as Nolie, but these are like a neon pink, and we'll try those on in a little bit. And then we've got this adorable bag. It reminds me sort of like Louis Vuitton, kinda. It is white, and then it's got all these little patterns and like details on it. We've got some stars, some hearts, some flowers. We've got the little Barbie logo, some palm trees. There's some yellow, purple, and pink. And then we've got these straps right here, these pink straps. And these are, all of this is like a kind of pleathery material. It's like a, a faux leather. And on the inside, there's just a plastic little filler just to fill out the bag. So that is the bag. And now finally we have Jai right here. So her hair is these beautiful twists. This hair type reminds me so much of Kanekalon, like what we would get with the Brandy dolls. And Brandy, she had sort of twists. They're not as defined as these. Like these are very nice defined twists. And this does not seem like Saran. It really reminds me of Kanekalon that they used to use in the early 2000s and 90s. So I don't know exactly what hair type, hair fiber this is. It reminds me of Connect Lawn, just like what we would have seen on the Brandy dolls back in the day. And speaking of Brandy, so many people have pointed out how this outfit feels so much like an outfit that Brandy wore on the cover of a magazine. I don't remember which magazine, but I'll show you the picture. And yeah, I totally see it. So like I'm gonna get a second Jai so I can dress up my Brandy dolls in this outfit because this is a gorgeous outfit. But anyways, back to Jai. So that is her hair. It is a half up, half down. I don't think there's any part. So if you took down this updo right here in the front, you just might have to do your own little thatching here or there. But her face is so gorgeous to me. Like, I like the way the eyes are placed, I feel like, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's the eye shape or something, but I really genuinely think this doll is stunning. She might be my favorite out of the whole 5, you know, out of these 3 right here. Between these 2 right here, I really think, you know, face-wise, hair-wise, outfit-wise, everything about her is a dream. And again, I think it's so great that they released this doll because anyone who wants Jai can now get her at a sort of affordable price. I mean, these were $44. That's not cheap, but it's, you know, I think that this is a gorgeous doll for what you're paying. So her face, we've got these sort of dark brown eyebrows. They're pretty arched. We have beautiful brown eyes. We've got some purple makeup going on. We've got black eyelashes. And then we've got this lip, very glossy lip, and it's like a very, very dark pinky purple. We've also got a lip liner, and she also has a very pretty pinkish red blush happening. She also has her ears pierced. These are a pink plastic. These are sort of like a coralish pink plastic, and they are little flowers. She also has a pink flower up here in her hair, and this is like a little, you know, the kind of clips that we typically get with Barbies where you can just slide it in and out of the hair. So her outfit, we've got a clear plastic type of jacket. It's a cropped jacket, and it is, you know, it's a pretty stiff material because of, obviously, it's this type of clear see-through plastic. It's purple. We've got fake printed buttons right there. You could probably glue on some little rhinestones there. That could look cute if you want. They're silver, and then she's got this gold chain around her, the little like belly waist chain decoration. I don't know, maybe instead of silver rhinestones you could do gold to match this. I don't know, because on her pants she also has the silver button, and it's like, if you gave us a silver button there, it would have been cool if we could have gotten 4 more up here, but it doesn't matter. Okay, back to the jacket. The jacket does have a little collar. There's some cute stitching details. We've got these faux pocket flaps right there. There's some stitching at the cuffs of the jacket. And then this is what the jacket looks like from the back. Now, before I take off the jacket, she also has these bracelets. So these are just like little sort of pink beaded plastic style bracelets. We've got the same thing over here, but we have 2 of them and 2 different shades of pink, a lighter pink and a darker pink. Let's take off the jacket to see what this top underneath looks like a little better. And back to the face really quick. I don't have the other Jai doll to compare her to, the original, but a couple people on social media have posted photos of their original Jai doll next to this one, so that way you can see a side by side, and I will show you some of those pictures, or at least one of those pictures right now, so that way you can get an idea of what the original looked like compared to the new one. But now, here's the rest of her outfit underneath that jacket. We've got this top right here, and this top right here is pink, and it's got some metallic silver threading all through it. It's tied together at the front. We've got these pink kind of satin ribbon shoulder straps, and then it Velcros in the back. The pants also Velcro in the back, and then these pants are a floral pattern, and there's lots of pink and purple and some yellow in there, also with like the white background behind it. And then these pants are sort of like bell bottoms. They flare out a lot down here at the bottom. And then we've got some shoes. They're pink strappy heels. There's a little purple bow in the front, and like the sole of the heel is kind of like a tan, light tan taupe sort of color. And of course you can take them off. They're slit in the back, so they could come off. Oh, and I forgot to talk more about this. So we've got this gold little waist chain with the flower on it, and then it does open in the back, so obviously you could remove it if you want to. One last thing, I do feel like the stands should be a little bit taller, like the stem that they come with, because this is sitting right at the top. You see, maybe if it went up just like a little bit, like half an inch taller, just for safety. But regardless, yes, those are our new Mycene dolls. And I do want to bring out the other 3 just so we can see them as a group. Yeah, here we go. So You know, I think they look great together. Nolie does stand out though, just because I feel like these four are wearing like very fashionable, very kind of stylish, sort of glam looks. Something about them just feels a little more glam and very close to their original looks that these dolls debuted in. Nolie's debut look doesn't look like this at all. Like I said, this looks a lot more like the roller skating line. So she feels very athletic and she feels a little more casual. Like she looks more like she's going out to the park and she's gonna go roller skating. Whereas these other four look like they are going out to shop and they are, you know, dressed in their best. But yeah, Nolie does stand out to me with this outfit. So it's an interesting choice, but regardless, I'm just so happy that we've got some new My Scene dolls, and I hope that, like I said, I hope it doesn't end with these five. I would love to see Kenzie and Delancey, maybe Kennedy, even though she really is like just Barbie, or even just new versions of these characters again would be fun. So hopefully we will continue to get more, but let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!